Good morning, Vikram Deol here, and today I want to talk to you about something that I think is really, really important in the world that we live in. Right now, what we need more than ever is we need leaders. We need people to step up and lead. So the dictionary defines leadership as somebody who leads an organization or leads a group of people. What does that mean? Leads and does what? To me, leadership is about stepping up, right? Leadership is about serving the community. Leadership is about helping others. Leadership right now in today's world, in this world where there's so much uncertainty and people don't know, households don't know, kids don't know, wives and husbands don't know. People just don't know what's going to happen. And they might have a big smile on their face, but they need leadership. They need people to step up and take control. Thank God leadership is a learned skill, not something that we're born with, because if we're all born with it, we'd be lousy leaders. So I think there's a couple things that I wanted to share with you today about leadership and things that leaders do. Things that leaders have to do, especially in times like this. So the first thing leaders have to do is leaders have to know how to connect. Leaders need to know how to connect with the people that they're trying to lead. See, leading isn't about being in charge. Leading is about having influence over people. Leading is about teaching people or getting people to do the things you want them to do without having to force them to do it. They want to follow you because of what you belong or what you stand for and the things that really resonate with you, it resonates with them. But if you don't connect with them and see their map of the world, see their blueprint of the world, if you don't see how they see things right now, you're not going to be able to connect with them. Second thing that leaders need to do is leaders need to definitely know how to take command. Leaders need to know how to take command, and leaders need to know how to make hard decisions. Because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of hard decisions that need to get made. There's a lot of hard decisions that need to get made. There's companies and people that you would just never expect to hear the stories about that you're hearing the stories about. So leaders need to know how to execute. And you got to know how to make those hard decisions, right? Not the easy ones, because right now we don't have all the facts. Right now the facts are all over the map. There's no real answers. And so you need to learn how to execute in these hard times. Second thing is take command. Third thing is execute. Execute, execute, execute. Leaders execute, right? You have limited data. You're the commander of the ship now. You don't quite know which way the tide's coming in or out. You don't know if the wind's blowing left or blowing right. You don't know if you just don't know what's happening. And that's okay. You still have to execute. You still have to make choices. You still have to make the best choice you can with the limited information. The last thing leaders need to do right now is you need to be a servant leader. You need to do what it takes to serve others, whether that be your household. Well, first, before you can lead others, you got to be able to lead yourself. So leadership starts with you. You have to learn how to lead yourself in dark times. Remember, there's always going to be light at the end of this tunnel. So when you lead yourself, you get a certain level of insight. When you lead your household, you get a certain level of insight. When you lead your community, you get a much different level of insight. And when you try to lead the world, when you try to lead the country, you get a different level of insight. So you want to make sure that no matter what you do, you're serving others at the highest level. You're connecting with them. You're making the hard choices and you're executing on those decisions. Look, leadership isn't easy. It's very hard. But it can be a lot easier when you just practice and practice and practice. And it doesn't have to be hard. If you connect with the people you're leading and you get to know them and you get to see their blueprint of the world, if you get to see their map of the world, if you get to see how they see the world, if you get to see what they're thinking about before you try to tell them what you think they should think about, if you can connect with people, in my opinion, that's the biggest missing component of leadership right now. People aren't connecting. So if you can just connect with people that you're trying to lead and see their vision of the world, I think that's 80% of the hard choices. Then it's easy to make a decision. Then it's easy to execute. It's not necessarily always the choice you want to make, but it becomes easier when you have when you have their blueprint of the world, when you have their fears and their desires, makes it easier to make the choices. Hey, look, everybody, however you slice it, greatness is a choice. And right now, to be great, we need leaders and we need you to step up. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.